Everyone, and welcome to this new YouTube video. Today we are going to see 3 insane prompts to generate endless viral content ideas for your YouTube channel, for some Twitter content, or anything you ever want to write about. So let's begin. As you know, Kortex AI is now out. That means that we can directly use AI inside Kortex to use prompts and have different inputs from the model on our writing. So it's very powerful because now you have everything in one seamless interface, and what I'm about to show you in this video will really help you with generating ideas for your content. So the first prompt I'm going to show you is the 2-year-old test. So it's a very long prompt, as you can see, and basically the idea is to transform your Kortex AI into an interviewer, so it can ask you questions about your life, career, experiences and stuff, and with this data it will provide you with content ideas. When the interview is complete, it will generate a list of 20 content titles that you could write based on the answer you provided in step 1. So it's very powerful, and I'm going to show you right now how we can apply it. So first thing, we are going to open a new chat, and that's also the beauty of Kortex, is to having this pane system to navigate seamlessly between your content, your resources, your writing, the AI and stuff. Like, it's very seamless. So first we're going to create a new chat. So I'm just going to take this prompt and paste it here. Of course, we make sure that KAI is toggled, and we just enter. So now the AI will ask me 10 questions about my experience over the past 2 to 5 years, and it will generate a list of 20 potential content titles to write about. So I'm not going to answer all the 10 questions in this video because I don't want to make you lose time, but I have another chat where I actually did the experiment, and so I'm going to just show you to it. So here is the chat where I actually did the experiment with that prompt. So as you can see, you send it, it says that it understands the instructions and asks if you're ready to begin the interview. You say yes, and then it begins. Then it will ask you the questions and you can just answer. So here I just gave him very simple answers because I didn't want to spend an hour doing this, but you can actually spend as much time as you want answering in as much details as possible the different questions, because with AI, the more data you gave it, the better the results are going to be. So what I actually recommend you to do is to, here you can see there is this little transcribe button. If you click on it, it will actually allow you to record your voice and transcribe what you're saying into text. And so what you can do is you can use these 2-year-old test prompts, begin the interview with the AI, and actually answer by speaking to the AI directly, and this way you will be able to give it so much context and so much data that it will provide you with a lot of very good content ideas. So as you can see here, I've basically answered the different questions. So for the first question, I said freeing myself from addictions, going to the gym, creating a learning system using digital custom method. Then the next question is, what 3 actions have you taken to expand your knowledge or skills? So I said I have invested into 52K in cool courses, coaching, mastermind in books. I've written 6 pages by hand when I was in high school to learn copywriting, and that I've been basically studying human psychology, mental models, identity shifting to understand why we do what we do as humans. Then the next question was, what are the 3 actions that you've taken to improve your health and general well-being? So I said stopping cigarettes, stopping caffeine, removing excess sugar in my diet, sticking to natural, organic, seasonal and local foods, going to the gym, and meditating and breathwork. Then the next question was, what are 3 actions that you've taken to improve your relationship with others? So I said introspections to better understand my strengths and weaknesses, asking friends what they thought about what were my strengths and weaknesses, having a calendar reminder for everyone's birthday, and trying to listen more and give emotional support instead of instantly giving a rational solution. Then the next question was, over the last 2 to 5 years, what 3 actions have you taken to improve your financial stability? So I've said starting my own business, tracking my finances, and removing distractions that were bad for my finances, like smoking, junk food, and stuff like that. Then the next question is, what are 3 new experiences that have broadened your perspective on life? So I said starting my online business and realizing that I didn't have business problem, but only personal problem that reflects in my business. Realizing that my beliefs create my reality and that my identity isn't fixed, but something that I actually create day by day. And going into debt at the age of 21 after my past business stopped making money, and this gave me the realization that I wanted to create something that is aligned with my personal values. Then, what 3 action have you taken to push yourself out of your comfort zone? Of course, started a online business, expatriating to Estonia for 3 years at the age of 19, and stopping 2 businesses that were making money to start from scratch on another market. And what are 3 actions that you've taken to improve your creativity or push your new hobbies? Reading a lot, non-fiction and fiction, long walks, learning how to learn, creating plans, meditating, dopamine detoxes, stuff like that. And then the next question is, what are 3 challenges that you face and overcome, and how far they've changed your life? So I said overcoming my initial fear of prospecting, documenting my personal journey on YouTube, creating my agency at the age of 18 on my old French YouTube channel, going straight from my mom's apartment to living alone abroad in Estonia, my battle against addictions, and going from 63 kilos to 77 kilos of muscle mass in a year and a half. And the last question was, what 3 things have you learned about yourself and your value? And I've written that I've learned that what matters the most to me is creating something in accordance with my values and what fulfills me. I also wanted to seek a path of self-improvement and mastery, and realizing that my strength resides in creating content, synthesizing it, and helping others through my analytical skills. So now, basically, it will take all the answers from the interview and generate a list of 20 content titles that you could use to write on your answer. So it says that I can create content about my journey with addictions, the mindset of going to the gym. It actually made some kind of weird connection with the Tolkasten and the gym, but I guess it works. I could work with that. Investing in myself, 52k in courses transform my skills, decoding the human mind, my journey into psychology and mental models. So as you can see, I have actually 20 content ideas that I could write right now, and all of them are pertinent because they're all based on my life, my philosophy, and the actual things I've learned these past years. So very, very good prompt, very, very useful, especially when you want to create what I would say like personal content, because as creator, it's very easy sometimes to get stuck inside value mode, which is like giving a lot of value and only writing about how-to's guide and like helping people through their problems, which is of course very important because that's what builds your authority and credibility and expertise and stuff for your audience. But having this kind of content to share your personal story, what you went through, and having this emotional connection with your audience is actually the most important, because that's actually your key differentiator from your other competitors, is yourself, is your story, is what you've been through. So this prompt, I think it's very, very good for that, because everything is based on your own personal experience, so it's give you very personal type of content. So I love this prompt. I think it's amazing. So of course, all of the prompts I'm showing you in this video, you can find them in the description. You can join Noah's Ark Bank, which is all of my free content and resources around Kortex and building a second brain for creators. So you have all of my templates and stuff, and of course you have the prompts inside. So you can just click in the description and you will find them. So the next prompt is creating 100 angles with one subject. So this next prompt is very, very long as well. I love it. It's very, very in-depth. I hope you're happy to have this kind of very, very in-depth prompts for free. But basically the idea of this prompt is to transform your AI into a personal brainstorming assistant. So the idea is that so basically you're transforming it into your personal brainstorming assistant. The prompt says you are an expert in generating ideas tailored to your audience that will be of interest to, and then here of course you put as much data as possible about your audience. So if you have, and what I can advise you to do is that if inside Kortex you have a document that is your user personal, you can just here, when you're basically putting the prompt in the chat, here you can add context inside the Kortex AI chat, and inside this content you can add documents. And so if you have a document with your persona, which I don't have, but if I have a document called ICP and with all of my data about my audience and persona, I will just add it as context of my chat, so the AI has it as context. And that's one of the most powerful features of Kortex AI, is that now your entire workspace, your notes, your writing, everything can directly be added as context for your AI to use. And as we know, AI is very bad at creating stuff from scratch, but it's amazing from creating iterations from things that are already there. And so if you have all of your writing and all of your content, notes, resources and stuff inside Kortex, you can use all of them as context for your AI. Of course, right now we only use the Gemini model inside Kortex. We only have Gemini as a model in Kortex, but very soon we will have all of the models available with ChatGPT, Claude and stuff like that. Of course, when we'll have Claude, it will be amazing, because Claude is just the best writer on earth. So basically, when we'll have Claude inside Kortex, you will be able to very easily brainstorm ideas, write some parts of the content you're writing, and have very good output. I would actually advise you to use this prompt with Claude. You will have way better results than with Gemini, because, for example, in this prompt, I would say the only problem with the prompt I just showed you, this one, is that we don't give AI much instructions about how to write the titles. So the titles are kind of generic and like not very spicy, if you know what I mean. But with Claude, just this prompt, even with not much added context about how to write the titles, it will be amazing. So I really recommend you to try it. Of course, when the Claude will be there in Kortex, of course, I think it will come soon. But anyway, let's get back into this second prompt, which is how to create 100 angles with one subject. So here, I will get back to reading the prompt, but basically, I want you to help me create subtopic ideas for some of the topics that interest me. Next, we will generate questions based on quantifiable and proven approaches to help me explore the subtopics. Subtopics should be results-oriented, helping readers learn a skill, implement a strategy, or solve a problem in that niche. And you must start each subtopic with a verb to create a clear action-oriented focus. You must avoid using specific tactics or techniques in the subtopics, as they will become proven approaches. So I won't read the whole prompt because it's very long, but the idea is that we give a lot of potential sub-subject verb that the AI can use, like master, develop, strengthen, overcome, expand, refine, maximize, streamline, well, any of the big buzzwords that you see in titles nowadays. And we're giving it an example of a subject that we're giving him, and then some subtopics. And there we're also telling him what we want to avoid. And it's a very powerful way. If you analyze how this prompt is made, you will learn a lot about prompt engineering, because here we have everything for a good prompt. So how to do and what not to do, the difference between the ideal list and the list of what we want to avoid. And then here we have a list of questions based on proven approach. And here you have a lot of different questions that the AI will be able to use. So I will just put it into the AI and we will try this right now together. So let's do that. So what subject do I want to write about? So let's say I want to write about building a business for self-realization, becoming a master at your craft, and finding fulfillment, abundance, and freedom. And so now he will give me 7 subtopics related to building a business for self-realization. So we have design a business model aligned with your values and passion, cultivate a mindset of continuous learning and adaptability, refine your unique skills and talents into a service, maximize your time and energy through effective prioritization, establish a brand identity that reflects your true selves, I love this one, strengthen your network to foster collaboration and growth, and optimize pricing strategies to reflect the value you provide. So I would say I'm satisfied with them. And now it asks me which topic I want to start with. So I really liked the establish a brand identity that reflects your true self. I really like the 5th one, so let's do that. And now it will give me 10 questions based on quantifiable and proven approaches for this subtopic. So this prompt is very, very powerful because it allows you to create a lot of different angles from your main subject. For example, if your subject is writing, of course, I gave a subject that was already quite niche and some details, but of course, even if you just said like writing, it will give you like 7 subtopics, and then inside the subtopics 10 questions to create content. So now from one subject you can create virtually infinite different angles. And as you can see, now I can took any of this one and create a newsletter or YouTube video about this. So for example, free resources to reference when establishing a personal brand, free daily habits, free common mistakes, free key characteristics. This one is very interesting. Free examples also. So yeah, and for example, we can take let's do that with another subject. So for example, let's say let's change the subject to primate diet and the issue with modern food. And now we have the 7th subtopic. And let's take, for example, the 4th one, for example. And see, as you can see, free and social skills, free common mistakes, free benefits, free steps, free example of success stories. And you see the point. You can basically generate infinite ideas and angles with just one subject and just refine this. And basically with this, there is no way you won't have any ideas anymore in your life. Like, you can just generate thousands of very interesting ideas just with this prompts. So that was it for the second prompt. And now we're going to see the last one, which is the ID generator. So the idea here is to train it to become a machine to generate IDs. And basically what we're doing here is that we're giving him 4 types of IDs we can produce. So the 4 types are practical, analytical, aspirational, and anthropological. Then we have the sub-themes within each of these areas. So we have the practicals, so tips, tools, stuff, advice, etc. Then we have analytics, trends, numbers, reason, examples, debunk. Aspirational, lessons, errors, thought, personal stories, stuff like that. And anthropological, fears, failures, struggles, paradoxes, observations, and you get the idea. And now basically we just give the topic, an audience, and an outcome, and then they're going to generate one ID for each of the subtopics above. So basically you will, for everything that is here, you will have an ID. So this prompt as well is very, very powerful. So let's create a new chat. So now what we need to give him is the topic and for who and so that. So basically my topic, I will keep my own topic for my own personal business for Noah's Ark, which will basically building a business that is our vessel for self-realization, freedom and abundance for people. And so that's how I would basically describe what I'm doing and for who I'm doing content. So now let's send it. And now we have all of the IDs. So we have the practical IDs, the aspirational IDs, the analytics IDs. So let's look at what we cooked here. So 5 simple shifts to align your business with your source purpose. Very pertinent. The ultimate tech stack for creative entrepreneurs who value freedom. Of course, in this ultimate tech stack, you can know that Kortex is inside. Must have resources for building a regret-proof business. Regret-proof is an interesting term. I might steal this one. Expert advice on scaling your business without sacrificing your values. Key. Love this one. Top 10 free resources for creative entrepreneurs seeking abundance. The Ikigai business framework. Find your niche, your freedom, and your fortune. This one is very nice. The ultimate guide to building a business that you'll be proud of on your deathbed. Now let's look at the analytics one. The rise of purpose-driven business, why passion pays more than ever. love this one. Like, guys, this one feels like, I don't know, maybe a Danko video or something like that, I swear. The ROI of self-realizations, quantifying the value of a fulfilling business, amazing. Why creative business fail and how to avoid the regret trap, interesting as well. Case studies. Debunking the myth of selling your soul for success, how to stay authentic and thrive. Very nice. The Freedom Scorecard, a tool to measure your business alignment with your values. That's interesting. Aspirational. 5 lessons I learned building a business that's aligned with my soul. Like this one, I could actually write one right now. My biggest business mistakes as well. Could do this on my past businesses on the French market. From burnout to bliss. I love this with the alliteration stuff. My journey building a business on my own terms. Like, all of these ideas are very cool. And as you can see, I didn't give him much data. Like, I just wrote a sentence that for me summarized the core and essence of what I'm doing. And of course, I've done this work of really analyzing what I want to do. So like, it's quite niche already. So that's why the results are great, because like my sentence really describes what I'm trying to do here. But as you can see, like, the power of this prompt is that because it guides the AI so well, we have like very, very amazing results. Like, all of these are very good ideas. And with just the ideas I've generated for like this 20 minutes with you guys, showing you the prompts and stuff inside Kortex, I have actually a year of content ideas. Like, I won't be able to create everything that is inside, like all the ideas that the AI generated. And they are very good ideas, like not bland general ideas, like soulless stuff. So that's very powerful. So that was the last prompt. I really advise you to try them for yourself. You can find the prompts in the description inside Noah's Ark Bank. As I said, you have them for free. You have these 3 massive prompts for generating endless viral content ideas. So I'm very happy to have shared this with you guys. I hope it will bring you a lot of values. I know it will if you try it. Of course, you can also, I really advise you to download Kortex in the description. It's free. You can use my link if you want to support me. It's an affiliate link. I will only touch small commissions if you end up paying for the advanced plan of Kortex, which I of course advise you if you want to use Kortex AI, because you will need, if you are actually integrating it into your workflow, you will need to pay a subscription to use the AI. Of course, credits aren't free, but the app is free. Otherwise, if you don't want to use AI, you just want to build a second brain, have your notes and stuff, everything is free, and it will stay free forever for like the base features that allow you to create your system. So yeah, I really advise you to check it out for yourself. Worst case, you can use this prompt inside ChatGPT or Claude, anything like that, your favorite AI tool. But yeah, anyway, that was it for this video. If you want to learn how to build a second brain inside Kortex, use the Zettelkasten method and stuff like that, I will advise you to watch my other video on my YouTube channel, as I have very in-depth guides on how to do so. And you can also find some recent guides and articles on my website. So anyway, that was it for today's video, guys. I will see you in another one, and yeah, I wish you the best. Bye.